Hey girl, so I'm sitting in my car right now because my battery died twice. And as soon as this happened, so the first time it happened is when I was leaving to go to the gym. And as soon as I got in the car and it didn't start, I was like, this is a setup. This is a setup and this is serving me somehow. And I knew that because this shit don't make any sense. I've never gotten in my car and it didn't start. I keep the maintenance up, blah, 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 right? And this is what I mean when I be like, bro, everything be serving me somehow. Like, they be looking out for me hardcore. Why do I think this was serving me? How did I just jump to that conclusion? Because something y'all don't know, because I don't really talk about this on here. I get, what's it called? I've been getting some nerve irritation in my arms because of oh, that scared the shit out of me. my timer went off for the car. But yeah, long story short, I get some nerve irritation for stuff. And I also don't think it's a coincidence, nor do I just don't think it's a coincidence that this happened after this last, you can call it avatar upgrade, you can call it when all those synchronicities, because I still have a lot of synchronicities to tell you about. Anyways, I had a flare-up basically with this nerve irritation in my arms because I actually thought it was done. I thought I didn't deal with it anymore. And then today I started getting irritated. And I was still going to go to the gym. I still did go to the gym. I was going to hit glutes first though. Like I hit my skater workouts, and then I, go to Pilates. And I still had every intention of doing that, even with my arms feeling like this. Because to me, I was like, I'll take it easy on the arms, but I still want to hit glutes. Like, I still want to hit glutes, whatever. And I wasn't sure if that would be good for my body or not. I was like, I'll play it by ear. But it's honestly kind of hard to tell. I shouldn't say kind of. It do be hard to tell in the moment because the last time I had a major flare up, I felt solid the entire workout day because I do multiple things. I felt good the entire time, and then that's when I had a really bad flare up. And so as soon as I got in the car and it didn't start, I was like, damn, I guess that means I'm not like, and that's not me trying to make excuses. Like, I wanted to hit glutes. I was trying to figure out what was up with my car, and I was just like, this is what I mean, bro. And honestly, when I got to because I still went to the Pilates class, I just didn't have time to hit glutes. And during the class, and my arm just kept getting worse and worse, but I wasn't even really doing nothing for real. I was like, yeah, hitting glutes probably would have not been a good idea because it already don't feel great right now. Like, holding this camera, like, I keep alternating hands because it's like irritated after just everything I've been doing. And I took it real light in that class. And so I say this, girl, just as another more evidence of just like, you never know. Like, before you panic, before I could have been like, damn, I'm supposed to be going to the gym. Like, I could have instantly had that type of reaction, but I literally was like, this is suspicious. I feel like the more random and ridiculous something is, it's like I said before, like, the bigger and more ridiculous something is, that's the stuff I really be doing really well with. Like, hold on, this is serving me, versus like, what be pissing me off? Like, people. Okay, but jokes aside, girl, yeah, I'm gonna try to come on tomorrow morning and tell you about that avatar upgrade, how I be wording it, or whatever happened, the stuff that happened in the last couple of days, because hella synchronicities back to back. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you about this because this was crazy. And I had time to, like, I was fixing it and we were in my car jumped or whatever, like, and I was like, dang, I'm gonna make it. And every time it was like, oh, I'm gonna almost be able to make it to fit in glutes, something else, someone pulled in front of me, something stupid. And I was just like, dang, y'all really don't want me to hit glutes for real, huh? Like, and just, yeah, it's just, I firmly believe this was serving me. I already knew it was a stretch, and I just wanted to share this with you. I'll come on tomorrow. I gotta tell you about this too. I got a few things to tell you about, so stay tuned. Eee. Hey girl, look, I got a chaise now for my couch. Psych! It's an ottoman. I wanted to feel like I'm on a chaise, but I didn't want to pay like chase monies. And then I just put this blanket here to make it look like this is all connected. This is actually what used to be on my wall. I'm going to be putting new stuff on the wall, and I'm going to show y'all that too. And there's my new singing ball. Anyways, girl, let's get into these synchronicities for real, because this was crazy. This whole day was crazy. So a couple days ago is when I manifested that fig tree. I manifested a potential client. I manifested this, that, and the third. And I want to share this with you, one, because I'm excited. And then two, it's another example so you can see how like everything is orchestrated. Like, for example, I even feel like that stuff yesterday with my car, that even had to be orchestrated, because what ended up happening is I left my car light on, but listen, that's my car. I've left the light on before multiple times, like overnight, and the battery doesn't die because it has some built-in mechanism or whatever to where I can leave stuff on accidentally. Unfortunately, you know, obviously that's not the goal, but my car has never died from me leaving anything on ever, which means that light had to be on for probably over a day, 2 days. I don't know how long it was on, because I haven't been in the car where it was dark to where I would need to put that on. So I've been going to bed strictly, you know, at nighttime, like I told y'all. So even that I feel like was orchestrated, but that's not as fancy as this. So we gonna talk about this. So Bish, I go to this place, and I'll give you an overview. I'm gonna tell you about the tree, potential client, store situation, manifestation. Then I'm gonna tell you about the mattress, which was a different day. I believe all of this started during that store day. How I feel like these, so let me tell you what I think happened, and you believe what you believe. But for me, actually, do I want to close this window? Hold on. That worked out too, because I was able to get my tea. Okay, these situations where I have these days where all of a sudden manifestations and synchronicities are flying off the wall, and I'm feeling so much, like just sensory wise, and oh, this is happening, whoop, whoop, whoop. To me, these in my journey, I've identified as what feel like state changes or vibrational increases or something, because it's not. One, let me start here. One, it coincides with other sensory input. Like, and then it also lasts for approximately like 3 days. Like, it starts off high and strong, and then it tapers off as my body reaches a equilibrium again, reaches a homeostasis, calibrates to it. And the reason that's significant to me, or for me, is because 3 days is kind of my magic number for everything, right? Like with food and exercise, and even like cannabis use. Like I use cannabis if I use it all 4 days, then 4 days out of the week. And that starts to build like a habit. And then when I'm going on to my 3 days of not using it, it's like the first day I have the like, oh, I want to use it or whatever. And then the second day it's kind of whatever. And the third day I either forget about it or it's not that serious. I've already calibrated like without it. The same thing with food and sugar. I don't let myself eat like a real sugary dessert. I need to clean that. I don't let myself eat like a real, like, you know, real dessert. I'm not talking no plantains. I'm talking like a piece of pie or some ice cream or stuff. I don't let myself eat that 3 days in a row, because by the third day, now I'm starting to build something. If I let myself have it 2 days in a row, it's like, okay, third day, there needs to be at least a gap before I have something like that again or whatever. I haven't had that in a long time. Anyways, so this is a pattern I've noticed with my own body in terms of habit formation and calibration, fitness and all that too included and stuff. So to me, this, you know, energetic upgrade that I'll feel like magnified for 1 day, and then the second day it's there, it's like okay, and then the third day is kind of like tapered off. It's not that it's gone away or anywhere. It's not that I'm no longer receiving or on the frequency or whatever. I believe that I've expanded my capacity, my container, my electromagnetic field, or whatever the actual like science terms are. Because if you know, we have like fields, and these fields could expand, and we have capacities for the amount of energy that we can hold. There's a guy who did a really good job at explaining it. You have to like expand your capacity. I feel that these, what I used to call, I haven't called them this as much anymore, what I feel these avatar upgrades are, where it's just like, I feel like I'm just beaming with energy. I feel like my container has expanded in those moments, and then I get an influx of energy from source. And so then so much is able to come to me. I'm on a higher vibration. I don't mean that in a corny way. Like, it's just like, literally, like literally the vibration. I have more of that, and then my body has to calibrate to that. And I also, I'll say strongly instead of firmly, strongly believe it coincides with my nervous system stuff and the whole, the stuff I kind of talked to you about a little bit yesterday with the nerve irritation or whatever, like the timing of that, like, because my nervous system is the one handling this influx of energetic capacity. And then last thing I'll say on that, and then I'll just get right into this, is for me, especially since it's spring too, for me, when I have just so much energy and I just want to play so much Afrobeats, like Afrobeats to me feel very spiritual, period. It feels so connecting to my ancestors and my spirit team or whatever. It feels so spiritual. And when I'm going through these situations where I'm getting all these synchronicities and I feel like I'm expanding and all this, that, and the third, and then on top of that, I'm like fiending for Afrobeats and I just keep playing them and I want to dance, I feel like because I have so much energy, such an influx of energy, I think it all goes together. So what had happened was, I ended up at this store. They were giving away free trees. It's a drive. I don't know if you don't follow your heart, but if you're willing to drive out there, they were giving away free trees for Earth Day. And at that, while I was there, right, I was going to go there because I originally didn't plan on going there. So I'm trying to make sure I say this in an order that makes sense, because then I want to show you how much like had to align for me to end up in this situation. I didn't plan on going there, and what had happened was I went to the store the day before. Yeah, I'll start back here. I went to the store the day before to get some butter or something. There was something specific there that I wanted to drive out there for. So I went there, and the guy, I ended up at his register. There's another person that like waved me on to go to their register, and then the lady that was closer to me, she was like, no, come here. And I do think that's significant. Because I ended up at his register. The other lady could have given me the same information that he did. We don't know that. Who knows? But I ended up at his register. And he told me, hey, they're giving away free trees tomorrow if you want to come by. I was like, really? And then he was like, yeah, and it started at 9:30, and he said to get here by 8:30. He's like, because the line gets long. And he repeated, get here by 8:30, like multiple times. And I'm thinking in my head, I already didn't plan on going. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really out. I don't get places really by 8:30. Like, I'm up, but I'm up like starting my day. Like, I'm not like up to be up and driving out somewhere, But to get there by 8:30, I'll leave by 8:30. So I was already thinking like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna go to this. As much as I wanted a free treat, like I was excited, I was interested, but I was like, probably not gonna happen. Whatever. Then I go home. I end up sitting on my phone, and I end up seeing this video on block sleeping and how our ancestral peoples used to sleep. And I was very intrigued by that, and I decided to implement it that night. That's what I've been doing. And it's been going all right. But I decided to implement it that night because I was so interested in that. And so I did. And that put me awake significantly earlier than I normally, I guess significantly is kind of dragging it, like an hour or such earlier, hour and some change earlier. I don't get up that late anymore. But it put me up earlier the next day. And the next day I'm up early and I'm doing stuff, whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, there's that tree thing today. Maybe I'll go because I'm up and I have time to get there. And then and I'm thinking like, well, I also have an appointment. And so I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to make my appointment on time. I had my retie. I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to make it to my appointment on time if I go to this. Well, I'll just go because you never know. I'll just go, and then if I don't have time to get my tree, then I'll just leave. Like the route is not bad, you know, so I'm like, whatever, then I'll just leave. I end up getting there late. I was supposed to get there by 8:30. I got there like maybe somewhere around 8:40, give or take 5 minutes. And there's also someone that was walking up with me too. They ended up in front of me. A gap goes by, and then a lady ends up in the line behind me. I end up chopping it up with her, just, you know, nice lady, and hey, good morning, good day. And fast forward, right, she ends up being very interested in talking to me, so we end up chopping it up. And then she ends up asking me about my business, and then, you know, I briefly tell a little bit about what I do. She asked for my business card, so I give it to her, and I thought to myself, like, I need to remember to offer my business card. Like, I need to like, you know. Her husband also, by this point, has joined us. And we're all chopping it up, really nice people. He ends up going to grab some snacks and then comes back, and he ends up bringing me a muffin and gives it to me for free. So there's that. To me, that's already a synchronicity. And then me running late, by the way, is what put me in line next to her. Because if I was there earlier, that person I was walking up with, they would end up being behind me. So orchestration. And then she and her husband offer to take my tree to my home because the way the route is, it's actually not like really out of the way for them. They offer, and I was already like, they offered a few times, and I was just in my head like, you know, no, because that's really inconvenient for them. I didn't think they had any ill intent, and I could tell them where to put it. But I just, you know, that's a big, you know, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make it work, and the time is ticking. And then they offer again, because we were already chopping it up, so I told them, like, yeah, I might have to just leave, I might not get it, it's okay, it happens. I really wanted a fig tree, because they had it on the list. I didn't even know what type of trees were going to be there, bitch. I showed up just because, you know. Long story short, they end up delivering my tree to my home while I left and went to my appointment. And then she also messaged me afterwards. I want to read you exactly what she said. She said, it was after I sent her the picture of my tree. You are a good person. We are happy to know you. If you want a marketing tip, reach out to accounting firms, because she works for an accounting firm. I'm like, thank you so much for the kind words. Likewise, you're a great person. I'll reach out to accounting firms. I hadn't thought of that. Great idea. Thank you. And then she says, she was like, we'll have to keep each other posted on our fruit trees. And then she said, oh, and you can start with my accounting firm. So, and then I'm like, you know, great. Do you have an email I can send some information to? She sends me her email. And when I was talking to her back then, I could tell like it was her team. Like she had her own thing going on. She had, you know, she was older, you know, she'd been working there for a minute. She's a decision maker. That's a good way to put it, right? But again, when I was talking to her back there, I wasn't even thinking about trying to get her as a client. I was thinking about, this is a good experience for me to practice talking about my business, and for me to just practice with these interactions and practice conveying what I do in a way where people can understand. Because since I've made my own thing, which I love and I'm very excited about, but with that comes, I need to make sure that I convey what I do properly, because people don't know what I do because I created it, you know? So when I was chopping it up with her, I was thinking about that. And I was thinking about my new things where I was like, this is what I need to be thinking of when I'm talking to people, and like, are we a good fit and stuff. Like, I was so focused and grateful for the experience as a whole. I wasn't even thinking about getting her as a client. And who knows if that'll happen. Who knows? Bish, there's so much value that came out of that interaction. Because of her, not only did I get that practice in that moment, and all that, but then I finished multiple tasks. I won't even, because this is already a long enough video. Multiple tasks I finished because there were materials I needed to make to be able to send to people, and I hadn't sent anything to anybody yet. So since she was the first person, I was like, well, I got to finish this stuff so I can send it to her. She sparked a cascade of so many things getting done that it's not about me closing her as a client. It's about the fact that was a very valuable interaction. I got a free muffin. I got my tree delivered, which I wasn't even sure if I was going to be able to really get that tree in my car. I got that tree delivered. And that interaction. So all that happened, right? And then I also, after that, I had went to, no, let me not move too fast. Because the reason that was so orchestrated, because I just told you, right, how much value I got out of that interaction with her. That wouldn't have happened had I not gone to the store the day prior and got there at the time that I did to be in that guy's line who told me about that tree. And then I wouldn't have even gone had I not saw that video when I got home about the sleep thing, because I would not have been up in time. And I wouldn't have been at that store at that time, especially had I not gone to this plant store prior to get these spearmint plants, because of the challenges that I was having with my skin. Because the spearmint tea, long story short, it helps with androgens and stuff, and we can talk about that another time. So had I not had whatever with my skin, I wouldn't have been at that store, that plant shop, to get to that store at the time that I did, to be in line with that guy, for him to tell me when to go, for me to then go home and see that video and suddenly decide to randomly go to sleep stupid early and get up stupid early, and then go there and run late and be in line you see what I mean? And then I wouldn't have been at that plant store when I was, had I not already had an appointment prior, because I was hitting up multiple errands. I had my acupuncture appointment I've been telling y'all about. I wouldn't have been there had I not had XYZ going on with this, and I wouldn't have been at that store had I not had XYZ going on with that. Boom, 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 boom. And there are probably more things that happen prior in that day that put me in certain places at certain times. Every crosswalk that I missed, every light that I missed, every turn that I missed, or whatever, like, so much conspired for me to end up at that store getting that free tree, talking to that lady when I did. And I remember in the moment I felt like this felt so orchestrated, because like all of this just kind of really fast, right? Next, also after that, this is the smallest synchronicity, but I still want to talk about it. After that, I went to a different store because I needed to get more plantains. And I'm trying to use fresh plantains because I spent a lot of money on the frozen ones at Trader Joe's. So I'm trying to use the fresh ones. I get these plantains, and there's only like 6 left or whatever. I'm like, dang, I'm glad I didn't know people eat plantains like that. And I was going to get more than what I ended up getting. So I was like, I don't know if this is enough. And then I got like some intuition feeling of like, no, put that back. I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is enough. Like, okay. Turns out I come home and yeah, that would have been too many. These ones, I need to make these before these go bad. I didn't realize, I really am overpaying for them plantains at Trader Joe's. I didn't realize just like 2 plantains, it's like fills my air fryer. So intuition was on high then. And then when I went to this other store that I needed to get this vegan meat that I like, first of all, they don't even usually have it. I was there for something else. And then I saw that they had it, and then it was the last. I'm just saying, girl, so much aligned on that day. So much. I'm sure I'm even missing stuff. Okay. Next day. Hold on, let me drink some tea. Okay, I needed that. These next ones. Oh my God. So because to me, that was already crazy, but to me, this is even crazier. I then, next day, right, making sure I'm being correct with the order here. We skipped a day and then there's a day. So not the very next day, but the day after that. I go and I'm going to go to this mattress store. I just decided, I was like, bro, I'm done. I'm done with this mattress. I had that feeling before, and that's when I went to this mattress store the first time. But I just felt like I wasn't gonna, at the time I felt like, I don't think I'm gonna need to buy a mattress. I think one's gonna come to me. Like I felt something about like, I'm not meant to buy this mattress right now. And so I didn't. And I came home, and I also didn't feel like dealing with the transportation of the mattress. Like there were also other nuances that were contributing to me deciding not to buy the mattress. But I had this feeling before my back was killing me, and I was like, I need to get a mattress. And then something, like I just said, those things happened where I decided to end up keeping mine for longer because also money, lots of reasons. And I was just making mine work with like pillows and stuff under my back. And it was working for an extended period of time because it wasn't working before, which is why I went to get a new mattress. But then, I'm sorry, girl. But it was working. And I was like, okay, cool. I could just chill with this for a minute. About 2-3 weeks ago from today, like about 2-3 weeks ago, whatever system I had going with the pillows and stuff was not working. My back was starting to hurt again, and the mattress is just like not supporting me. And I was like, why is this all of a sudden not working out? Because I've been able to use my pillows and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And I was switching sides of the mattress and all sorts of stuff. And so I was like, all right, I'm getting a new mattress. I decided like I'm gonna just go and do this. I go there. And I'm thinking to myself, I was like, if I was going to buy this mattress the whole time, then what was that feeling for? What was all that for? Like, I really felt like I was going to get a mattress, like, as a gift. Because when I first went, it was around Christmas time, I think, or my birthday was coming up too. So I was thinking I was going to get it as a gift or something. Like, in my head, I was okay with going and buying this mattress the other day. But I was thinking, like, what was all that for? What was all that feeling? And what was that for? Why didn't I just get the mattress then if I was going to walk my ass back over here and get it now? And so I'm there. I'm feeling the two mattresses that I was looking at before. And I'm still feeling like I don't know if this is it. One of them I knew was like a no. The other one, I was just like, dang, I feel like I like this mattress, but I kind of felt like it was too firm. I felt like it felt good in the moment because my back needed relief because my freaking mattress has no support. But I was like, I just don't know if this is it or not. And so I asked him again, and I remember I asked him this last time, but I was like, maybe I'm bugging. Let me ask him if he has another mattress like this one, but a little bit softer. Because one was memory foam and one was not. Whatever it is. And I don't want the memory foam. I was like, I want one like this, but just a little bit softer, I think. I still wasn't even sure. It's like, do you have that? Because I remember, I feel like I asked him last time, but I don't know. I asked him. He's like, yeah, he takes me over to this other mattress. I sit on it. I immediately am thinking like, this is it. I lay on it for a bit and I check it with the other ones just to be sure, but I was like, this is what I'm looking for. And I end up getting that mattress. But here's the thing. I'm chopping it up with him. And he was like, that's a newer mattress. They just got that in. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, we just got it in about like 2-3 weeks ago. Really? And it was less than the other mattress that I was going to get. Because I took a picture of the price of the mattress that I planned on getting. It was less, about $200, $250 less. And he's like, yeah, this is actually a really good mattress too. It's marked down right now because it's newer. Really? So about the time that my back started hurting again, that I started to be like, I need to get a new mattress, is when they got their mattress in the store. Like, that mattress wasn't there. So not only was the mattress that was meant for me not in the store, but it was marked down. So the time, and me going before, I feel I had a good experience with the guy and I saw stuff that I liked. So that brought me back to be there at the time when the mattress that was actually meant for me was there and for a lower price. And that for me made it make sense as to why I got those vibes before not to go and then why I suddenly got the vibe to go. Because I kept, even in that window where these months where I didn't get the mattress, I kept thinking like, should I get the mattress? Should I get? And I was like, no, I still don't think it's time. I still don't think it's time. Like, which is how I govern a lot of my decisions of like, some just don't. Now, do it now. Like I really do be moving by my intuition. But anyways, that was crazy to me. And then I come home. Oh, there's another one. I just realized there's something else I need to tell you. I come home, bish, and I end up having, actually, I'm gonna tell you this one first. First of all, I don't know where you're at with angel numbers, end up seeing 1818 on my phone. That number never feels significant to me. Mind you, I don't pay attention to that. And I end up seeing 1818 on my phone and it felt significant for some reason. And so I decide to look it up. And it says, hold on, let me get some more tea too. Okay, I look it up. So I'm like, why does this feel significant? This never, I'm telling you, I don't know if I've ever noticed 1818 in my life. Like, I don't know why this is just feeling significant. 1818 is a message of impending financial abundance, new beginnings, and personal power, basically signaling that the hard work you've been putting in is about to pay off. And to be grateful and stuff. Like, basically, it's like all the stuff that you put in, hold on. sorry, I didn't want to do that, Mike. All stuff, basically, like, it's basically saying, like, stuff's about to pay off, stay in it. And I thought that was interesting. That's not nothing crazy, but on the, after that happening on a day when so much was going on, it was just like, you know? And then this next part, so a while ago, maybe a week and some change, I have 2 more synchronicities, and then that's it. As I was gonna say, as you know, but I don't know if you actually know this at all. I lost my dog a few years ago, and my dog means a ton to me. I have a very deep connection with her. She means an immense amount to me, and I still like have memorabilia of hers all over the place. And I talked to her, and I asked her for a sign, because I do believe all souls, even the dogs and stuff, transcend energies never created or destroyed. You know what I mean? And so I asked her for a sign. I was like, I really want something. It's like, I know you're there, but like, I want something that really, you know, like, just, you know, like, I want like a sign. Like, I want to communicate with you. I want to interact with your energy somehow. And I want something significant, not like a number or whatever. And I was like, what if you had like a bird come up to me? You know, and I saw something like, what if you had like what if like a bird came up and like landed on my shoulder or my hand or something, or came up and talked to me, like something where the bird is coming up to me, because they don't do that. And that would be a very like clear sign or something like that, you know? And I put that out there, like I said, a week or whatever ago. And I was just like, it's probably not going to happen, but I just, whatever. On this day, where all these synchronicities are happening and all this stuff is happening, I come to my house, and there's a gap in between this part of the door, like if I have it open, like for the back, there's a little bit of a gap in the door if I have it open for like airflow and stuff. And this bird comes up to the door, and it's like trying to look in, because I can see it, and it backs up, and it like kind of with force, like as if it's trying to get into my house. And it does that for, you know, a brief period, and then it flies off. And prior to that, I had went on a walk, and I was noticing multiple birds. Mind you, I wasn't looking for anything with this sign. I had put that out there like much prior, a week or so prior. It wasn't on my mind. I was just walking around, and I look at birds and trees, and that's what I do if I go on a walk. And I had noticed like a couple of birds where I was just like, I'm looking at them, they looking at me, you know, and they allowed me to be closer than I expected them to be. And I just thought it was interesting. I didn't think it had anything to do with the sign or anything to do with my dog or just anything to do with anything. But I already was noticing like, what's up with the birds today? So then when I went in my place and I had that open in the back, and that happened, that reminded me like, oh yeah, I asked for that. And I wonder if now it's not exactly what I asked for, because I asked for, you know, a closer contact. But to me, that is significant, because what I notice is stuff that I put out there. The stuff we put out there, to me, always gets put out there. It's never lost, it's never forgotten, it's always there. And what has happened consistently in my journey is when I have these upgrade days, when I have these days of immense synchronicities and so much stuff is going on, and my containers expanded, or whatever. When I have those days, those are also the same days that signs I had asked for are able to come. And I believe this has to do something with like, you're able to receive more, you're at a vibration that's more aligned, because I do believe that our guides and our team and stuff are always trying to interact with us and contact us and send us whatever and do whatever, but we have to be at the right frequency, like the radio signal. We have to be at the right signal, and things have to align for it to work out. And so when I'm having days where I'm exceptionally, like my vibration has increased by whatever jump, that it's like everything just comes at once. It's like, finally, it's open, and everything just, so that's why I think also that I got that victory. So that felt significant to me, very significant to me. Now I am still, gonna ask for some other signs and stuff, but the fact that that happened at that time, I found to be significant. And then the biggest thing, last thing that happened is I had this phone call with someone about some potential options for my business and stuff. Long story short, Bish, she tells me about this extremely, bitch, I would be working on it right now if I wasn't chopping it up with you. That's how valuable this is. Is this extremely good opportunity for my business? I'm going to be able to get clients. I'm going to be able to still hold my independence and have my business operate how it is. But I'm able to collaborate with this program where I'm able to not only work with others, but I could I will be working with other neurodivergent individuals, which is the space I love to be in and that I want to be in, and I get to do these things that I want to do. Like, I can't spill too much yet. We're in the beginning. But you mean to tell me after all these synchronicities, all this shit going on, all this shit popping off, and then someone's gonna get on the phone with me and be like, oh yeah, you have all the qualifications that we're looking for, this, that, and the third, and just do this, put this together, beep, boop, bop, and then we can start booking you clients. I know you fucking lying. Bitch, do you know what this means? Even if everything doesn't pop off from the beginning, even if I don't make all the money I need for the beginning and I still gotta pull from my savings account, even if I only get 2 clients from the beginning, like, it doesn't matter how you swing it, I can make this work. And that means that I really won't have to go back to 9 to 5. Like, I never planned on it. I never believed that I would. I don't even entertain that pathway of backup plans or any of that. Like, I put no energy into that outcome. However, it's obviously going to have some level of lingering, like, dang, I really don't want that to happen. Is this overheating? It's okay, because we're about to wrap this up anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, that... Like, I'm trying to be cool about everything, I'm not trying to be attached to anything, you know what I mean? But that is exciting. That means that I made it. Like, even if it me not having to go back to a 9 to 5, like, that's what matters. Even if my life, I'm still in the same place, which I better not still be living here for that much longer. But even if that is the case, it's like, all these synchronicities drop on my porch at once, and you mean to tell me that I just got told that I can enter this space where I'll be able to make money and get paid my rate and not have to go back to 9 to 5? Bish, this is insane. This is insane. So yeah, I wanted to tell you about all the synchronicities. I want to tell you about all that. I do want to tell you about this ring, but I've been talking for so long, and I'm gonna do that later. And yeah, girl, I think that's it for now. I hope you have a bomb ass day and stay in it and stand on business with emotional regulation, stand on business with your self concept, and you will make it. You will make it. Hey girl, I wanted to hop on here real quick before officially closing this out. It's now like the end of the week for the vlogs and stuff. Things have continued to go well. Things are like back to normal now, because the wild shifting and orchestration and stuff, it has its like high, and then it kind of like calibrates, like I said. I've been trying to figure out, come on bro, I thought I got all that out before I pressed record. I just woke up not too long ago. I've been waking up late the past 2 days because I was out with some friends and stuff. Out just meaning like hanging out. But yeah, just some stuff that happened. I think I told you my car battery died. I had to go to the dealership and bend over and spread cheeks for $400 something for a new battery. What a sham. And I went and visited a new area or it's not new, but it's, I wanted to, I mean, I still trying to figure out where I want to live and stuff, and find areas with more black people that are not so metropolitan. So I was just visiting some other places out here and all that good stuff. I expected some more like synchronicities to come from that, because the way I ended up in that city, because I was checking out Culver, the way I ended up out there for the car thing, because I was visiting someone anyway, so I was like, well, I'll just drive out there. I wanted to look over there anyway. It's not far. Come on. I'm trying to talk. It's not far and stuff, whatever, whatever. So, yeah, I went and checked it out. It's nice, you know, as expected. I've seen it before, but not like walked around for real. And yeah, I did expect more synchronicities, since ending up there felt so orchestrated and everything felt so orchestrated, but not much happened. Like, I met a couple people, um, and yeah, I don't know. I was trying to think, I guess, if I wanted to tell you about that, but it's not even really much like going on. But there's another area I'm gonna check out because of one of the conversations I had. So maybe that's a synchronicity. Maybe when I go to this other city or area, if and when, it'll be like, you know, I don't know, girl. But I'm still trying to figure out a lot, anyways. You know, I think a lot is coming my way. A lot of good things are coming. So I'm just focusing on that and reminding myself, because I also just did my budget and my monies and stuff, and it's like, okay, something definitely needs to work out soon. So we're still in a good place, but something definitely needs to work out soon. So I feel like this month will be the month that I finally actually book clients and actually make money, but we'll see. I really don't know. The opportunities are still there, but it's like stuff does take time for me to, like, you know, just stuff takes time. So I don't know, girl, but I'm out here. I had some minor food poisoning the other day, which was really irritating. So I'm like just kind of recovering from that. And I still was like out with people and stuff. So it's like I couldn't even really be just like home chilling. So yeah. But today I really just want to be in the house. But I have one of my community events, which we're just going on a walk, and I enjoy them. Don't get me wrong, but I'm very much a every other day type of gal. Like, if I'm out talking, interact or whatever, the next day I'm home, and then I can be having visitors or whatever. Yeah, and I won't even speak too much more on that right now. But anyways, girl, overall things are still going well, and I hope things are going well with you. And if you made it this far in the video, let's do like a sparkle emoji. To me, that's what it's giving, because of all the synchronicities that we had and all of that. It's giving sparkle emoji. And yeah, girl, I'll see you next week.